alongside Max Verstappen watching his car.
Welcome back. Today, we need to talk about something that happened quietly, away from the cameras, away from race day pressure, but something that might just change the entire story of this Formula One season. Let's start at Fiorano. Ferrari organized a tire test. Controlled conditions, artificial rain, no lap time targets, no direct competition, no headline performance numbers. On the surface, completely unremarkable. But in Formula One, what happens on the track is rarely just about what the team planned. And on this particular day, Lewis Hamilton got into the SF26 and showed everyone inside that garage something nobody expected to see this early. In wet conditions, where the car is unpredictable, where confidence is everything, where a single mistake costs you everything, Hamilton was immediately at home. No hesitation, no gradual build-up to the limit. From his very first lap, he was reading the grip, feeling the car, translating every sensation into clean, consistent feedback, lap after lap after lap. Not just fast, stable. And that distinction matters more than people realize. Ferrari's engineers started digging into the data. What they found was not the telemetry of a driver still learning a new car. It was the telemetry of a driver who already understood it. That changes everything about how the team thinks, how they develop the car, how they allocate resources. Hamilton wasn't just completing a tire test, he was accelerating Ferrari's entire development timeline in ways that weren't on the schedule. Frederic Vasseur spoke about it carefully. He didn't exaggerate, he didn't downplay it either. He pointed specifically to the quality of the technical feedback, not just the speed, but Hamilton's ability to describe what the car was doing in a way that engineers could immediately act upon. In a sport built on millimeters and milliseconds, that communication is gold. And Vasseur, who chooses his words like a chess player, said it was exceptional. But here's the thing about Vasseur's caution. When a team like Ferrari decides not to make noise about something positive, that usually means the real story is much bigger than they're willing to show. He is buying time, managing expectations, and trying to prevent a narrative inside the garage from getting out of control before they're ready for it.
Because there is a narrative building, and it involves Charles Leclerc. Leclerc has not lost his speed. He has not dropped his level. He remains one of the most naturally gifted drivers on the entire grid, and the person who has arguably carried Ferrari's project longer than anyone else. But something has changed around him. His most important competitive advantage, his deep, intimate knowledge of the Ferrari car, is being matched, quickly, by someone who has been in the team for only a matter of months. That creates silent pressure. The kind that doesn't show up in press conferences or social media posts. The kind that sits inside the garage, inside the data reviews, inside every strategy meeting where two drivers are now at the same level of understanding, but only one car gets the preferred tire, the preferred pit window, the preferred call. Leclerc knows what is happening. He is watching Hamilton gel with the car faster than anyone planned, and he knows that to respond, he cannot afford a single emotional mistake. In this environment, you don't just need to be fast, you need to be perfect. So, Ferrari heads into the season with something rare and dangerous, two genuine leaders. And the question everyone inside Maranello is quietly asking, but not yet saying out loud, is this. Is this still Leclerc's team, or is it becoming Hamilton's? That question is going to define Ferrari's season, and it started at Fiorano. Now, 4 minutes. We have talked about Lewis. We have talked about Ferrari. And if you scroll through any Formula One social media page right now, that is all you will find. Lewis, Lewis, Lewis. Ferrari, Ferrari, Ferrari. Which is understandable. It is a great story. But there is another story happening in the background that almost nobody is covering properly.
He did the first stint, he'll do the last, so he's had quite a long wait in the middle.
Al Fleming there stood alongside Max Verstappen watching his car.
Max Verstappen. The four-time world champion is preparing to race at the Nürburgring. Not in Formula One. There is no Grand Prix this weekend because the Saudi Arabian race was canceled due to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. But Max Verstappen is not sitting at home. He is heading back to the Nordschleife.
3-star Mercedes, 3 wide. Is it going to be 4? Gounon trying to make it.
Oh!
Oh my God. He's
Massive hit at the curb.
Here is the context. Verstappen made his GT debut last autumn, won his first race in a Ferrari at NLS 9, then came back this year in a Red Bull liveried Mercedes AMG GT3 with Jules Gounon and Danny Juncadella as teammates. He qualified on pole at NLS 2, helped the car win, and then got disqualified due to a tire usage error. Tough outcome. He wanted more. He was evaluating NLS 3, but his own car, the number 3 Mercedes, was committed to the GT World Challenge Europe opener at Paul Ricard that weekend.
Track totally blocked ahead. He goes to the inside and he manages to hang on.
At that race, Gounon suffered severe food poisoning the night before, pushed through a double stint anyway, and then fainted stepping out of the car. The team finished 9th, a brutal weekend in every sense. So Verstappen sat NLS 3 out, but he is not sitting this one out. This weekend, April 18th and 19th, Verstappen returns to the Nürburgring for the 24 hours qualifiers. He will have a test session on Friday afternoon, then race on Saturday and Sunday alongside Austrian driver Lucas Auer. Juncadella and Gounon cannot be there. They are at Imola for the World Endurance Championship. The 2026 Nürburgring 24 Hours has drawn a full 150-car entry list. And people inside the paddock will tell you that Verstappen fever is a real thing. His presence alone has driven interest in this event to levels not seen in years. This is a man who, when he commits to something, commits completely. He is not treating GT racing as a hobby. He is treating it like he treats Formula One. That is the only way he knows. So while the conversation in Formula One circles stays locked on Hamilton and Ferrari, and yes, that story deserves every word we gave it, do not sleep on what Verstappen is building outside the championship. Because when the 24 hours of Nürburgring arrives next month, the whole world will be watching, and by then, it will be impossible to ignore. 2 stories, 1 sport, everything happening at once. That is Formula One in 2026.